Hi, this is Paul. I'm coming back with TTM episode number 19. First off, I want to, this is pretty bad. And this is a shout out to Autographs 2000. Uh, Word just came down, I guess overnight. Brian Matusz, a former Baltimore Oriole pitcher, passed away at the age of 37. So another member of the Major League Baseball fraternity passes away. So just terrible news. What a young man, 37 years old. So it's terrible. So all right, let's move on. The first return. This is a San Francisco Giants, San Francisco 49ers logo photo signed by three-time Super Bowl champ Randy Cross. He inscribed it. And Randy Cross could make a case for the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton. He was a pretty good offensive lineman. That was a 1-on-1 in 28 days. The next one is a 3-of-1 in 18 days. This is Terry Taylor. This is the 89 Topps. And then he threw in this 89 Fleer Major League Prospects card. He signed it, and then I don't know, Vance Lovelace, TTMs. I heard of Vance Lovelace. He didn't have a long career. So Mr. Taylor threw that in. And then he sent a note on the two index cards. I'll read it. It says, Mr. Paul, thanks for reaching out to me. I really appreciate your enthusiasm for my craft. My debut was one of the greatest adventures of my life. Constant prayers for you and your family. Much love, Terry Taylor. So that was very nice of Mr. Taylor. The next one is a 1-on-1 in 9 days from Nick Fatiu. This is the 80-81 Topps, and another shout out to Autographs 2000. He sent me those bunch of hockey cards. I've sent out a good amount of them. I'll be getting them back. I got so. The next one is a 5-of-5 in 8 days from former Mets manager, also former Astros manager, former Anaheim Angels manager, Terry Collins. He inscribed this Astros logo photo with the years he was the manager of the Astros. And then he did 4 Mets logo photos with different inscriptions. The first one, he inscribed it with the most games managed by a New York Mets manager, 1,013. It looks like the Sharpie kind of died on him there. Then he inscribed the next logo photo, 2015 National League champs, and this is a shout out to TTM Mike and this guy and this baby Met fans. And then he inscribed this 2015 Sporting News National League Manager of the Year. So, you don't really, when the Sporting News, that's a pretty good, obviously reliable publication, been around a while, but normally it's the BBWA that kind of, carries the most weight, but still, this is nothing, it's not flimsy at all to win Sporting News Manager of the Year. So, and then the last logo photo, 2016 National League Wild Card. The Mets lost to the Giants in the 2016 when it was the 2 wild cards. So, so he inscribed that. Then the next one for the Mets PC. This is Mets Hall of Fame radio broadcaster Howie Rose. He inscribed it. Howie Rose. If you're a Met fan and you listen to him on well, it's not WOR no more, but Howie Rose will eventually be in Cooperstown as a Frick Award winner. He's a terrific radio broadcaster. I'd rate him as one of the top. Well, I was a Met fan. I'll show partiality. He's probably the top radio broadcaster in Major League Baseball. Fans of other teams will have different opinions, but that's my opinion. And then Howie's signature quote when the Mets get the third out of a game and a win, put it in the books. So he inscribed that, put it in the books. And that was a 4-2 in 9 days. If I didn't mention, Terry Collins was 5-5 in 8 days. Nick Fattia 1-1 in 9 days. Terry Taylor 3-1 in 12 days, and Randy Cross 1-1 in 28 days. So if I didn't, and then Howie also inscribed 2 index cards. Let's Go Mets. And then again, he inscribed, put in the books. So thank you, Howie Rose. The next one was a 4-2 in 9 days from another Mets Hall of Famer, SNY play-by-play man Gary Cohn. He inscribed at Mets Hall of Fame 2023. And Gary Cohn is another one. He will eventually be win the Frick Award, I believe. If you're a Met fan and you listen and watch SNY or WPIX, and then Gary Cohn inscribed it, it's out of here. That's his signature home run call. Gary Cohn, Keith Hernandez, Ron Darling. You got to check them out. I mean, even if you're not a Met fan, in a blowout game, they make the game entertaining. They talk about pop culture, different types of things. When the game gets kind of lopsided, they keep your interest for 9 innings, even in a blowout. So again, I'm showing partiality to being a Met fan. So, and then Gary, Mr. Cohn, signed 2 index cards, 1 and then 2. The next one is a 1-on-1 in 23 days from Dan Scatchard on this New York Islanders logo photo, and he inscribed it during the 2002-2003 season. He had 2 hat tricks, so he inscribed that. The next one is a 1-on-1 in 11 days from Mike Milbury, former NHL player, former NHL coach, but he was also an analyst for the NHL on NBC. When they had it with Doc Emmerich. Shout out to Mass Bowler Doc Emmerich from Pittsburgh, and is a big Pirates fan too. So sign that. The next one is a 3-3 in 11 days from Jerry Don Gleaton. Or on some cards it says Jerry Gleaton. This one it says Jerry Don Gleaton. It says the 88 Tops. And then he signed this Detroit Tigers logo photo. He put in a Bible verse on it. And then he signed this Texas Rangers logo photo with a Bible verse. And then the last return, this is a 3-2 from former Mets bullpen coach and pitching coach Greg Pavlik. He was the assistant pitching coach in '86 when the Mets won the World Series, so he inscribed that 1986 World Series champs. In 1988, when the Mets won the National League East but lost to the Dodgers in the LCS, he was the bullpen coach. And then he added this postcard. I guess back in the 80s, when you sent to the team for players' autographs, when you sent to the Mets, they just sent you this postcard. Apparently, Mr. Pavlik, and I saw Chris Cards, another Met fan in Oregon. Shout out to you, Chris. He had gotten his return back from Greg Pavlik. So apparently Mr. Pavlik had a supply of these cards. So he signed it up, and he put 1986 World Series champs. So, and unfortunately, Greg Pavlik in the 90s was the Mets pitching coach. And he was the pitching coach when they had those 3 studs that never really panned out. Well, one panned out, Jason Isringhausen. He panned out as a closer for Oakland and St. Louis. And Jason Isringhausen is in the Cardinals Hall of Fame. And I think the Cardinals retired his number. But then there was Paul Wilson. And the other one was, I can't remember. But they didn't produce, and that's what cost Mr. Pavlik his job. So I can't remember that last. It'll come back to me, but it doesn't matter. So other than that, that's it for the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.